Stroopwafels. Stroopwafels. Stroopwafels.
This time we can be so free, turn our dreams into reality. There's a reason we can never let it end. We're not stopping now.
Saying goodbye can be so difficult, especially when you've been somewhere for a year. London was our longest stay since 2020, and we were grateful for the awesome year with some really wonderful friends. After a few final tasks, we made our way to London City Airport for our short flight to Amsterdam.
We are at the London City Airport, and we just went through security super quiet, like there's nobody here. And Claire's bag, Mom's bag got held up again. We were just waiting to see what happened.
A quick train ride took us from the airport to downtown, and we emerged to the bustling streets amongst the canals of Amsterdam. Watch out for the bicycles. There are more of them on the streets than cars. Our first evening was spent walking around and seeing some of the many crooked buildings and watching the boats along the canals. On the morning of our first full day, we took a local train to the Zaans region, where a number of windmills remain. A few are still operable and you can tour inside. We were early to arrive, but we're not alone in admiring these Dutch icons.
We're in Amsterdam. We're petting some goats, which is good. So cute.
There was also a cheese factory with a small exhibit explaining the traditional ways of making cheese in this region. We got to sample the cheese as well. Yum!
Okay, so we are here near the windmills in cheese room, and so there's so many different kinds of cheeses you can try, and I'm gonna try this coconut flavored one. So yeah, it's really good.
The on-site museum was worth the visit. It showed us all the different ways in which the Zaans region thrived due to their use of water and wind. They made many items such as flour, soap, oils, and even chocolate. We also saw an exhibit on Zaans culture and wealth. The final part of the museum was an interactive chocolate and cookie factory.
This is how biscuits are made, and this machine is basically what takes the biscuits off of the tray and puts it on the conveyor belt.
We are in Amsterdam, and I'm trying a bitterballen, which is the Dutch specialty. So here we go. Hot. In Amsterdam, one of the most famous fast foods is bitterballen, which is a deep fried ball of stew. So they take the stew, they freeze it, and then they deep fry it, and this is what it looks like. So yeah. That just fell apart on me. It has like a creamy, stewy inside and a crispy outside. Like that.
What do you think?
It's pretty good. Not bad, not bad.
Today I want to tell you about the Dutch bonnet. So basically, it's this hat that was worn by ladies around 200 years ago, and it's usually made of cotton or lace, sticks out like this, and has little fluffy things like that, and here it is.
In the late afternoon, we took a sunset canal boat tour and learned that many buildings have pulley systems on the roof because they used to be warehouses. We also learned that the city taxed homes based on the width of the frontage, thus most of the houses are very narrow but tall and deep. It's a charming city to visit.
People bought these old cargo boats because a cargo ship has one advantage over a passenger ship, and that's because in the middle of a cargo ship there's a big hole, and that's very easy converted into a living area or whatever you like to do with it, and in this case a living area. Yeah, people started doing that.
These are cookies. They are the Netherlands' most favorite kind of sweet candy. And they were actually invented like 300 years ago. Just need to unwrap it. It's gonna take a while. It's hard. So, wait. It kind of has like a coffee taste to it. I think probably 8 out of 10.
Amsterdam also has some fun stores to explore. We stood in line to shop at the Tony's Chocolonely store.
We just visited the Tony's Chocolonely Superstore, which is the Tony's flagship store here in the center of Amsterdam. Fan of Tony's because their focus is on making great chocolate, but also doing it in a way that respects people, and specifically trying to keep bad labor practices out of their supply chains. So something that I'm passionate about. We stopped by and got a couple of flavors you can only get here at the Superstore.
We saw some interesting street food like these funnels of French fries.
Cheese sauce.
Tartar sauce. Mumsy's mayo. Cheese sauce.
It's good. Yeah, it's tastes exactly like fries with tartar sauce.
Dutch pancakes are also famous and sought out by tourists. After 3 nights, we caught a train to Brussels. Our cramped hostel room cost $300, so we only planned for 1 night. With only an afternoon to explore, we braved the heat and made our way to a waffle shop first. It was the top priority.
So the Belgian waffle is a popular breakfast or dessert in Belgium, and there are over 12 varieties of them, usually eaten with fruit and chocolate. So the waffle is the best part.
We ate the waffles in the Grand Place, a beautiful and famous square featuring a number of notable buildings and architecture.
I got the rainbow and it has like marshmallows, Oreo chunks, and sprinkles on it. Look for you.
Mine is the chocolate bomb. Mine is energy boost.
We strolled the busy streets and tried some sweets while taking in the city.
à voix bios met sus do suspense, à ruminer in dormoir.
These are a Cupidin, and they're like this jelly-filled cone, kind of. They're popular in Belgium, and the story is like about 150 years ago, this pharmacist was trying to pack his cough syrup into small little cubes to have it last longer. And basically, he came up with these, and that's how they discovered the recipe. And let's try. Okay. That, I have 3 words. That is awesome. That is like squishy outside and like jelly filled, and it's just so good. It kind of melts in your mouth. Oh, perfect.
Ouais, mais ce banquier-là, qu'à voix d'inquiétude, d'un tour, fait venir le cordonnier pour lui dire bonjour.
After dinner, we discovered that our hotel was only a block away from a long fairground. This seasonal fair operates over 2 kilometers. We didn't do any rides, but took in the fun and the atmosphere.
We are at like we're in Brussels, and we're at this kind of like fair, and it's just pretty epic.
If you guys want to do a ride, you can do a ride.
The next morning, we took a train to Luxembourg City and were blown away by the beauty of the scenery in the lush hills. We also didn't expect to see such a beautiful city. It is located at the confluence of 2 rivers and has a rich history from Roman fortresses to medieval towns to European fortifications throughout hundreds of years.
We just arrived in Luxembourg, and we went downtown after dropping off our stuff at the hotel. And there's some street dances performing with like African drums and dances, and it's cool to watch. These are Luti. They're like a French brand. They originated in 1930s. They're really popular here in Luxembourg. I'm gonna try this one. It kind of looks like apple and orange or something. It's really good. I was correct, it's apple and orange. It's like chewy, which is my favorite type. And it's pretty sour. Overall, I really like it. I give it a 9 out of 10.
We really enjoyed wandering its hilly streets and seeing the remnants of the fortresses.
So this is a bouchée de la reine, which basically means queen's morsel. And it's basically like a Luxembourgish fancy chicken pot pie. So yeah, I'm gonna try it. Oh wow. It's really good. It has like chicken, mushrooms, and like a creamy sauce, so delicious.
Back on the train, off to Paris to kick off our time in France.
Exploring Amsterdam by boat and by foot.
Seeing the windmills and doing the boat tour in Amsterdam.
Seeing the really leaning buildings along the canals in Amsterdam.
Petting goats in the Zaan Region Museum.
Walking around Luxembourg City.